I don't even know what that was. I need to either be decisive or just go. I can't be so indecisive. Now it's obviously, you know, it's good to expect a small hop or a big hop, and then if it's small, retract. That way, because sometimes if it's a big hop and you think it's going to be small, then it puts him in a really bad position where no matter what hop you get, he's going to hit you, and you can't avoid it. But so yeah, you want to be ready for the big hops if they're happening, but if it's not a big hop, then don't worry about it. But how would you know that? Oh, why'd you spin jump? Right, I need to focus this on. I was thinking about a completely different thing at that point. I was imagining what it would be like to beat Ridley and then die afterwards. It'll probably feel a lot like how it felt after I died after Kona Challenge Ridley. I'm one of 2 people who have beaten Kona Challenge Ridley twice. That was a terrible mockball. Alright, so as far as Kona Challenge Ridley versus this Ridley goes, I think that Kona Challenge Ridley is harder because the fight lasts longer. And specifically the... Well, first of all, you have less potential to have as much ammo. Like, you don't have this much ammo. That's number one. And number two is I could have 15 supers if I wanted, but I'm stupid. But yeah, less supers. But also... So that elongates the, you know, the fast phase. But also, it's even longer just because you don't have ice. And the fast phase is where things start getting weird, because I said that the fast phase is easier. It makes it easier to time... Wow, that was lucky. It makes it easier to time the, like, the way the pogos are going to go, because they're more, like, sideways ones, since he moves faster, sideways ones don't move him as far. So you can kind of wait out a tall one until you can go under it. And so it makes it a lot easier to not get screwed by his tail. But after, like, over time, his swoop patterns start to become unmanageable, and you will get screwed. And that's what happens a lot during the Kona Ridley. So yeah. Those are my thoughts. Well, that was a bad PB, but it works. Like right there, that was that second one. If that one were high, and he did a high, and then a sideways, it would have been very difficult to get onto that. But since it was small, then a high was almost guaranteed. Talked about his pogos here. They do go different heights. Like right there, he went into a really bad position where he was high, and then he did a small right next to me. I had to really scooch under there. And then that set me up for him at a bad position for the swoop, or for the turnaround force. So it can get really tricky, depending on if Ridley decides to screw you. And one of the biggest things about the fast phase that will screw you eventually, crap. He does this thing sometimes where if he's moving downward when he goes into a pogo from the left side where I trigger it, he moves so fast that sometimes if he lands towards the left, like right there, he landed right on the edge. If that were fast Ridley, he would have gone underneath the platform. And usually when he does that, it's not too big of a deal, because he's not fireballing. But sometimes he'll fireball right then, and then you're just fucked. Because he'll just fireball the platform and good luck dodging it. Because Ridley's giant body is also there. There's a lot of reading involved in this, though. You really have to... And fast swoops are almost, like, they're virtually undodgeable when it comes to the fast Ridley. Like those swoops where he just moves up and then immediately swoops. And I should be more careful with my shots. Like right there, I knew he was going to go up. So I could prepare for it and have a charge already held. Because you want to have a charge when he goes up so that you can pseudo screw if he flames. Shit! That was such fuck. So, what happened there was he decided... As soon as I moved under him, he also decided to either stop pogoing or to turn around. I think it was a pogo stop. And so when I went to trigger the pogo turnaround, he was already floating up, and there was nothing I could do about that. That was just terrible luck. I don't get what you're saying. That most of this isn't making any sense to me. I'm not interested. Oh, I got an F for fucked by Ridley. I mean, a pretty large chunk of this is just hopefully he doesn't screw you. Like, in all honesty. There's not much I can do about a lot of the stuff that he does. Ah! I found the weakness of this little farm bug here. Sociology. Come alive. Yeah, you do. Have I ever told you that I like Come Alive? It's a good song. That was a bad... Oh, we got that! Alright, just keep... So when he does this, just keep doing flame dodges with pseudo screw until he does something nice. What should be coming up in a minute. Whoa! That was a gay flame. By the time it was on screen, it was already up my asshole. No, it's at least the third one, Edo. Come on, you're... Now, this time even I remembered it. I haven't even opened this water bottle yet. So I have an hour and 13 minutes to go. Who thinks I'm gonna beat him? And get out of here alive. Yo, I'm pretty pissed off, man. I beat him, and I was misinformed, and got hit by his tail towards the end, like as he was trying to grab me. And if I had just used ultimate Fusda strats, I would have been okay. Yeah, that was a kind of funny damage boost. So what happened there was I was trying to do a turnaround spin jump, which I shouldn't have tried to do. I should have just ran forward and then jumped. Anyway, yeah. But I pressed A slightly before I pressed right, so it made her do a straight up jump and then a damage boost. And I'm not even sure. I think that even if I had succeeded in doing a turnaround spin jump, I would have been fucked anyway because it was already on my balls. My bowels. 2% dickless. What about 0% damages? What happened to that? Wait, did I just get 3? Wasn't I at 7? I mean, you have a thing, it's 1%. I mean, if you want to go by that flimsy definition, then it's not actually 0%. It's like, or it's not actually 1%. It's like, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. Because I have a shitload of stuff. What a shitload of stuff. Ooh, I like this one too, Ida. This song. Yes! See, that was almost a fuck. Dicks are dicks! You got the run boots. So when do you get the walk item? Well, okay, let's start off. When do you get the parachute? Or when do you get the arms or the legs? Wait, do you not know anything about 0% typo? 0% is collect a bunch of shit, then delete the shit, and then you're good to go. Items that you use in 3% include missiles, power bombs, X-ray, morph, bombs, Varia, high jump. Oh, it's actually 6%. High jump, and I think that's it. And the gun if you wanna. Holy shit, I'm gonna die. It is silly. But I'm okay with it as long as the definition in place is that whatever the item percentage is at the end is what your percentage is. Although I'd still argue that 4% is the true 0% or true low percent glitched. But the thing is, like, 2%, or I guess technically it would be 3% because you wouldn't delete missiles, is actually pretty legit. You don't ever collect power bombs, you just get the power bomb ammo. So you do use the item, but at least you don't collect it and then go, okay, I don't have it anymore. You know, whereas in 0%, you're literally just like, alright, I'm gonna grab all this shit and then tell the game I don't have it. Because what you do in 2%, but with the missiles would be 3, is you get the PBs from the God block that give you PB ammo but no PB max. And so you can use PBs but you don't actually have any, which that's somewhat fair because at least if you looked at it like from a player standpoint, a casual player standpoint, you would look at it and go, oh, Matt has no PBs, you know. Whereas, you know, in the current 0%, you'd watch the entire run going, okay, you have a shitload of items, how is this 0%? And then you'd see me just go, okay, look, it says 0 at the end. That's not good. Please double hit. Nice. That was a bad shot. Thank you for being kind. Oh shit. That was a fuck. A fuck and a half, actually. See, if that were a low, I probably would have gotten hit. But somehow you get this weird intuition of what type of hop he's going to do. Like this is going to be a low. Oh wait, was that a high? Ah, whatever. If he goes up real high, he always does a high when he lands. High. Yep. And then a low backwards, then 2 highs. Like, it's just weird. I think if he does 2 lows in a row, he has to do a high next, but I'm not sure. And if he does a low, he very often does a high afterwards. Oh shit. So like there. If you get him in that type of pattern where he goes back there and fireballs you, you just gotta keep doing this until he gets into a good position. Like that. Please turn around. Thank you. A lot of the times what'll happen is if you have him on the left side here, instead of turning around, he'll just go up for a swoop. And if he does that like every time, the fight can last like way longer than it should. But then sometimes you get lucky and every single pogo, he just turns back around. And you can do that endlessly. If he decides to turn around over and over again when you've got him on the left, then you can just keep turning him back around over and over again until he's dead. And whenever you see him do a weird movement like what he just did a minute ago, where he walked up to the wall and came back, that's probably because I did something wrong / weird. And what I did there was I was late going under the tail, and so I triggered the turnaround a little bit late, so he was still going forward, and he kind of had to recuperate. Should be going up for a swoop. Oh, nope, turn around. Yeah, so like, he could just turn around all day. That's where it gets scary. Oh, shit! Holy crap. Oh, thank you for turning around. She didn't spin jump. That was a really shitty, just complete, like the entirety of that was just, that was bad. Go! You fucking asshole! So, sometimes he sits up there for a while, sometimes he sits up there for a short period of time. It depends on what type of code he's currently running and what his AI wants to do and how many fireballs he wants to throw into the ceiling. That's right, he sits up there and just throws fireballs at the ceiling because his face is inside of the ceiling. So, it varies how long he stays up there, but there's a general, you know, average amount of time that he's usually up there for. But sometimes he'll be up there a little longer, sometimes he'll be up there a little shorter. And what happened was, that whole thing was a little fucky, and he went up very late. Or sorry, very early. And it caused him to throw a fireball at the wall, which he doesn't normally do. He can do it, but it doesn't happen very often. So I had to pseudo-screw through the fireball. Well, that caused me to have to jump really late. And so, after I got back and the fireball was gone, I just went for it because I figured he was going to swoop, but he decided to be a dick and wait a little longer than normal. And so I was like way too early. It's just the kind of stuff that happens. I should have checked. Because if you do a late wall jump, you'll definitely get over him. It just, you might not be able to trigger him to do a swoop as soon as he finishes. Because the method that I use is, after he does a swoop to the left, I just immediately force a swoop to the right. Or sorry, I immediately force a pogo. And that does a few things, but number one, it triggers him. Well, first of all, it prevents all swoops to the right, which there's two reasons why I hate the swoops to the right. There's lots of fireballs and weird tail movement during those, and they're harder to get over because the way the door is and stuff and his positioning and everything. But also, it's harder to trigger a pogo off of a right side swoop, and when you do, he'll pogo leftward, and so you won't be able to force a turnaround and reset his pogoing, which gives you more pogo. Like, it's hard to explain it, but basically, you get more pogo in the long run if you trigger a pogo when he's already on the left side, because then he'll pogo to the right, and then while he's pogoing to the right, you can go under him to the left side of him, and then trigger a turnaround, which also resets his pogo to be back to the, like a full pogo pattern instead of like a partial one. So like right there, I just reset it. He's in a new pogo now. And there's actually a Ridley dancing strat where, what the hell is he doing? That was very, very weird RNG. He did 2 backwardses and then a pogo cancel, which is very, a pogo cancel is very rare. Well, okay, those two things separately, one backwards, one backtrack pogo, unless you're too close to him, one backwards pogo is very rare, and a pogo cancel is also very rare when you're in this early stage of the fight. So that was really weird. Anyway, so what, like that right there, that was me triggering a pogo, which that wasn't me turning him around, which you would normally see like by someone who jumps straight up behind him. That was me triggering a whole new pogo, which had a side effect of turning him around, but it also started a whole new pogo pattern. And so the cool strategy is to do a couple shots on a left side pogo, and then move under him again, and start a whole new pogo pattern. Go, go! Oh, that was a high swoop, and I was already going a little early too. Oh, shit. But yeah, so you're like on the left side, you got him in that little wall thing, right? And you do a couple shots, then you go back under him, trigger him to turn around. That starts a whole new pogo pattern. And almost always he'll pogo at least like 5 or 6 times. Unless you get like a really weird RNG where he pogos like twice and then goes up. So then once you turn him back around, you turn him around again to the left. And then you shoot him a couple times, bring him back to the right, turn him back to the left. And he'll just be pogoing the whole entire fight. And as he speeds up, it gets much harder to do that. But it's pretty easy to do that almost endlessly on PAL. because you're faster. But yeah, so that's a pretty viable strategy. It's just very slow. So I opt for a slightly faster pattern or strategy, where I just hope for him to trigger another pogo after he's finished with his leftward pogo, and if he doesn't, he'll go for a swoop. And what I do from there is I just start him into a whole new pogo. Now it's riskier because obviously there's a swoop factor. You can get a fast swoop, or he can do some really weird shit. But the speed that you gain from it, and plus it's really really hard to keep a Ridley pogo dance going. So I don't know. This strategy is pretty consistent. Like if this were Kona Challenge, no, I could beat him every single fight with all these items. Like easily beat him every single fight. Not Damageless, just beat him. Like with ample amounts of health left. Wow, those are some weird noises. That was probably really hard to follow, all that explanation I did for Ridley. I wish I was less terrible at explaining things. Yeah, thanks for the host mode build. Eee, that was bad. Okay. We're gonna get some weird fireballs, but nothing I can't handle. Oh my goodness. That should be good. Oh, come on. You backed up. Okay, there we go. Morph! Holy crap. I can't trust this controller anymore. It'll betray me eventually. One of my favorite things in like literature is personification of objects through betrayal. Like, I'm reading 1984 in class right now, and oh my god, that was awful. I shouldn't expect a big one like that. And he was talking about how he was hiding a piece of paper underneath a different piece of paper, and he was saying, like, you know, thankfully a gust of wind didn't betray me, or something along those lines. And I don't know why, but I like the betrayal through an inanimate objects. It just like gives a good image. Because, like, obviously, you know, the wind wouldn't choose, like, oh, fuck him, you know? It would just be like, oh, I'm wind. But to you, it might seem like everything's against you. I'm totally gonna die after beating Ridley. And I will cry. Really hard. That was not safe. I really like my fast strat for this room though. What the fuck am I doing? I want to explain Ridley again, that was really fun. And good news, guys, I seem to not be dropping every single frame now. I've dropped 23 frames so far, which is 0% of the frames. That's actually not even true. Why am I... I'm trying to do like weird fast thingies. Just grab the items that you need to grab and then... or the drops that you need to grab and move on. Come on, Metric. If I take damage during the escape after beating Mother Brain, I will be so pissed. So Edu, why did you think that it was 28 shots after halfway? Please don't be where you are. Ah, fuck you. That's what'll happen. I lay mine far to the right because he'll do random tail swipes sometimes. So I don't want to get hit by those. And sometimes he'll be so far away that it won't double damage. Oh my gosh, that was a bad move on my part. What the fuck? This is gonna be... okay. Good. See, the beginning can be really sketchy. But once you get him into the pogo, it becomes pretty tame. Oh. 28 in total. That's still not the case, though. Yeah, exactly. Wait, it only takes 28 shots to get him from... No way. It takes more than 28. That was bad. Well, bad Ridley movement, to be honest. Oh my gosh! Okay. He's giving me a lot of really assholey low hops. What a terrible, terrible pogo. That was fuck. Ugh. Please tell me that triggered it. Good. So that's what happens if you do elite wall jump. You can trigger the pogo on the way down. Yeah. What if Ridley could wall jump? That wouldn't change anything. He can fucking fly. That was a weird little set of pogos. So like right there, I think he threw a fireball in that ceiling. Oh, Edo, here's the song. I was just looking for happiness. Go! Okay. Yeah, like right there, that was one of those ones where it waits way too long to go through. That looked like it was going to be a fast swooper. But yeah, sometimes he'll just go up there and yell at the ceiling. And like sit there for a while. This has been a really bad fight so far, but as long as I survive, it's okay. Although he has been giving me some really bad patterns. But I've been missing a lot of shots too. That was shit. He did a rare back pedal. And he's on stage. The stage is Final Destination, and we're reverse Ridley. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was such ass. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, what can I do there? What the fuck can I fucking do there? Stupid asshole. So you're saying I would save 90 shots or 28 shots? Like what are you saying here? 25 over 90? I wouldn't shoot 28 in total. Yeah, you save 28 shots because of the supers. But you don't even use the missiles anyway, so it doesn't matter. Or I guess if you cared enough, you could use the missiles right at the beginning to get you into the halfway faster. That would be pretty good. Yeah, man, I really wish I went 515. Like, he would have been dead there. Dude, I legitimately considered switching and going 515. I'm not even joking. And I could do this in one sitting and post it to D tier as my low ice time. That's true, but not if I didn't use the missile. Most people don't use the missiles, that's what I'm saying. So you really only saved 23, the 23 that you would shoot after red. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. I don't factor the missiles into that because I don't care about them. Okay. That all makes sense now. Maybe I can wait till the weekend and then spend an entire nighttime grinding this for a single segment. A single sitting 5:15 run. What do you think of that, Edo? Yeah, me too. I want to start over really badly. Alright, see you, Bender. If Taco figures out this Ridley normalization, I will 100% do another one. Single sitting 5:15. Because Ridley, dude, Ridley would be so easy 5:15. In the meantime, though, I'll do this again. Because, like, I could set aside, like, let's say, like, some absurd amount of time, like 10 hours. I could set aside 10 hours to do this. But if Ridley takes me 5 hours, which I don't feel like grinding Ridley on, like the first Ridley, then I don't want to do it, you know? And plus it'll ruin, like, I had all that time set aside, but then Ridley happened to be a fucker. But I'm not going to do the Ridley separate from everything else, you know? Because if I was 5:15 right now, every single fight would end, and it would just be up to, number one, me not missing any supers like a dumbass, and number two, him not fucking me on the grab, you know? Like, almost every single fight would end. I'd say I'd have a let's be generous and say a 70% completion. But I'd be willing to argue 80% or 90%. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter what supers. I could get Aqueduct supers. Or Crab supers. I would probably go Aqueduct supers. I found it. Dude, I'm so much better than you, Edo. I got a perfect Ridley fight. I didn't get touched. I didn't even get close to getting touched. It wouldn't be that bad, though. That's the thing. Like, Phantom was easy peasy. The bomb jump, I can totally handle doing again. Like, what did that take me? Like, that took me less than an hour, right? Maybe less than half an hour. And then, like, the only problem would be Ceres Ridley and Mother Brain, I guess. But I'm willing to grind her a little bit. She's not that bad because there are some safeties that you can do. Plus, I have ice. Only someone crazy enough to do this once would think about doing it again. That is a really... Someone... I need to quote that. Here we go. Dawn. Oh my god. What's up, Rumble? What is up, dude? I want to restart. You know, I'm very annoyed that I didn't go 5:15. Like at first I was kind of like, I'll be okay. But now, okay, well, I'm fucked. Please don't anus. Don't you anus me. Don't you anus. Asses all over the cock of Satan. You take off your pants and you're just like, oh shit, I got a bunch of asses all over my cock. Shoot, get off, asses. Like rubbing them off. I would have survived there too if I didn't miss that wall jump. Or if Ridley did anything other than what he just did. It's arguable. For me, yes. Well, okay, they're both grind sessions, but they're two different types of grind session. One of them is like... Actually, they're very similar. It's like, you could get patterns that you know that you could handle, and then the fight ends and you're like, shit, I could have totally survived that one, but you didn't. But when it comes to Sarah's Ridley, there's a lot more background that goes into it. Like, I have a background in being awesome at Ridley from various other things, so it's kind of manageable for me. It's pretty manageable. But when it comes to someone like Edu, who like is terrible, it becomes pretty difficult for him to do well. It's called Dusk, Edu, not Dawn. Dumbass. Damn it, dude, you guys are assholes. Shitting all over the place. But yeah, so for me, Sarah's Ridley is way worse. But I'm sure Edu would beg to differ. And not necessarily disagree, but he would definitely, you know, it wouldn't be as easy of a question for him. He wouldn't go, oh yeah, Sarah's Ridley all the way. I mean, it's kind of like comparing Ridley, like Norfair Ridley in Kona Challenge versus Norfair Ridley in this. They're both shit, but there's different things that you have to worry about. In Kona Ridley, you have to worry about not getting hit, but you have to prioritize getting your shots in. It's more of an endurance fight. Whereas in this one, it's just don't get hit and kill him. You know, he dies pretty quickly, but, you know, you can't get touched once. So, Kona Challenge is like, get hit very little for a long period of time. This is, don't get hit at all for a short period of time. So if you've done this before, then Kona Challenge Ridley would be easy, but the stuff from Kona Challenge Ridley doesn't really transfer over perfectly to this. It does transfer over a good bit, but, you know, I can't do risky things that you might be willing to do during the Kona Challenge, because I can't sacrifice getting hit at all. Oh, that's true, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot this challenge isn't as easy for you. Like, Because you did the Damageless, so I'm like, oh, Edu can make it here. He's a good example. But then I forget that you didn't actually do this challenge. You did a different one. It was just a different Damageless. Much easier Damageless. You are a giant cock. If that tail had hit me, I would have shat all over your balls. Yeah, someone find Ridley's balls. If you find them, show me. I gotta kick him. My mom texted me. This might have to do with what we're doing later tonight, so I'm gonna need to check this. That was one of the least important texts I've ever received. I don't know why I morphed there. So you do, I was watching my Damageless thing today in class. Holy crap! Did not realize that was going to be a quickie. I was watching my Damageless today in class, and I can confirm that everything up until gravity is Damageless. And don't call me a cocky asshole for watching my own video. I watch almost all my runs that I do. If it's not boring enough. They've been starting to get very boring, but like, I used to watch all my puzzles every time I did them and stuff. But a lot of the stuff that I'm proud of involves a lot of out of bounds. So like, when I watch it in class, it just doesn't make any sense. And then I realize, wow, my streams when I do this must be boring as shit. Like, it's just me sitting there, not on the screen. Well, I guess because you guys have me talking. Yay. But like when I'm watching in class, it's literally just a blank screen, and like people will be watching it behind me, and then they'll be like seeing, you know, a blank screen, and they'll just see like flashing white and random colors, and they'll be like, "Holy shit, what are you watching, dude?" Not a blank screen, but a plain screen that doesn't change. Oh god. You watched it? How was it? It was probably stupid. %0% is like one of the dumbest categories to ever exist. So you do that text that I just received? That was my mom. She told me to put the vacuum that I got on Amazon in her cart. So no more having my vacuum stolen. I can play Gradius 3 freely on a day where we're having guests over. Yeah, figures. I don't blame you. I can tell you the entirety of the run right now. Everything's the standard 90% up until bombs. Then you save in Parlor. Well, you don't have to save, but you save in Parlor. Enter climb, exit climb, door skip, bomb jump into... well, that's not the single save file. That's not the single file method. Okay, so you save in Parlor, copy your file. On one of the files, you go, and there's two options here. You can either not lay a power bomb and get fucked, or you can. So you can either. I did the GT code in my PB. So then you go and do GT code, go back up, out of bounds in Parlor, create God Block, kill yourself, spawn in the other save file. do door skip, go to the right for a really long time until you get to the god block, do a stupid setup that you can't see and like hear weird landing and stuff. Then boom, I got power bombs. And then I believe that the method I used pushes you right into landing site after that. So then enter the tube to the right of landing site, go down, get X-ray, go back up to parlor, save again, door skip, randomly spawn in landing site after door skipping and bomb jumping, go down 4 copies of landing site, do random X-ray shit, get Varia somehow, walk around in landing site some more after the Varia stuff, and then you are in Terminator. No, in Parlor, and then in Terminator. And then do door skip again, do a little bomb jumping, randomly spawn in landing site again, enter tube room again. Oh shit. Take red tower down to Norfair, grab a high jump, save, enter first heat room, X-ray climb for 80 years, fall into a lava pit because you're retarded. X-ray climb for 80 years, run to the right for 80 years, bomb jump up, fuck it up like 18 times and have to X-ray climb for 20 minutes. No, way more than that, like an hour. And then do a bunch of random like off-screen movement, and then magically get a grapple text box, and then 2 door transitions, and then you're back in business center, and then you go yes, yes, and you have no major items anymore. Go all the way back up to landing site, go into parlor, door skip, do some bomb jumps, land up in landing site again, go through a copy of landing site, do some random out of bounds stuff with some weird like jumps and shit that you can't really see but you can hear, X-ray for like a really long time with a metronome going on in the background, and then exit landing site through tube room, save in red tower, reload the save. Oh look, it's the intro. Then you're in Ceres, do Ceres, get back onto ZBs, immediately enter the ship after you get out of it, and GG. Oh, dude. Look at that. Yeah, this is the switch. Yeah, I know, it is super easy. I don't know why it took me so long. Yeah, I have to do a run of single file method, that way it's like super legit. Like no one can say it's not legit unless they don't like God block. Or they don't like the fact that I grab a bunch of items and then it says 0% at the end and I say it's 0% run. No longer will my run be trash once I single file it. Single file line, children, single file line. That was a risky one, but I had to do it. You know, I really gotta take a dump, guys. I really do. Fast. Pogo. Oh, he can also do annoying fireballs when he Pogo's triggered from the right side. He'll like fireball as he's coming down and then hit you with it while you're standing on the left side. So you have to like slowly move away from him and stay under his foot, which is really close to his tail. Also, do you guys like that Ridley only has 1 foot? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Dude, you are the biggest cock anyone has ever sucked. What are you doing? You're such a bitch. I'm talking to you, Edo. Oh my gosh, you are a giant cocksucker. Why am I getting so many back pedals? Look at what he's doing, guys. Is this not absurd? Another fast? Are you kidding me? What kind of weird, messed up world do we live in? At least I didn't get any butt fireballs there. Dude, what the hell is your problem, Ridley? Please turn red. Another fast. Okay, good. That was close. That tail swipe was assholey. Alright, please turn red on this pogo. He's really fucking with me right now. That was a terrible pogo trigger attempt. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is gonna be bad. 17, good. 18, 19, 20, 21, 21. 22. Alright, Edie, let me tell you something. I used to be a huge advocate of the spin jump over him and fire the shot, and then you know what started happening to me? He would tail whip the ass out of my shitting balls, so I stopped doing it. We're going for safety here, not speed. Like I said, this is a faster run where you don't get hit, or a faster fight where you don't get hit, whereas the Kono Challenge is more of an endurance run. So you would kind of want to speed it up to make that endurance not last as long, even if the speeding up is slightly more risky. But that wasn't even something that I did. I didn't even do that during the Kono Challenge. It was really risky to do that. Alright, you know what? I trust Fuzda, but I just died there because I didn't trust Fuzda. So we're going to do a little something real quick right here. Forget that, I guess. I was gonna try something, but whatever.